Hello guys, welcome to another video on this channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to create backups with our WordPress site and also how to migrate or restore our website back to its previous version using the backup we used. So without wasting too much of your time, let's get started into today's video. Okay, so we are learning how to backup and migrate your WordPress site. We are going to do it in two parts. The part one will be for the backups and the part two will be for the migration. So this is going to be quite a long video. I hope you bear with me. Watch me all the way to the end and learn how to backup and migrate your WordPress website. We will first deal with the free plugins and then we'll deal with the paid or the premium versions. Let me make it paid. So for the paid, we have Backup Buddy here. Then the next on the list we have Duplicator Pro. Then finally we'll deal with UpdraftPlus. So this will be the three. For the free ones, we have BackupBliss. We have WP Vivid. We are also going to use Jetpack. But Jetpack will be the last because I have something to explain there. We have WP BackItUp and others. Let's go into our dashboard and find out the remaining. So I'm inside the WordPress site we are going to use for this demo. So let's first install our plugin. Go to the plugin section, come to add new. Let me deactivate this one. BlogVault is part of the list. So come here. Let's go to add new and search for backup. So the various backup plugins that we have. So let's copy them. We'll use this. We'll also use WP app. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Which one? Okay, this needs to also be. This also has to be in a list. We also need to. We've already written Vivid. So let me just like this one here. Okay, let's see if there's any other good one that I have left out. I think we are good to go with what we currently have. So how many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So Jetpack will be like a bonus. This is like a bonus. Okay. So there we are with the various plugins. So the first on the list is this one. So let's start. I'm going to teach you how to use each of these plugins. Then at the end of the day, you can go with what you want. So based on this video you are about to watch, make your choice based on the user friendliness of the plugin, the UI, and everything. the features, the functions, what you can do with this plugin. So if you like it, use it, because all of them do virtually the same work, but some have good features than the other. And this is like a review of the top 10 backup and migration plugins available for you. So watch this video all the way to the end, then you get to choose your option. Let me copy it a bit. This is what we are starting with. The name is Backup Migration Stage. So click on Install now for the installation to begin. Once installation is completed, you click on Activate. Going to click on Skip, but you can click on Allow and Continue. So this is how the UI looks like. And actually the name is BackupBliss. So let me add it here. BackupBliss. Okay. So this is what we have here. So they have these three tabs here: creating a new backup, create a staging website, then manage and restore. So this is for like migration and restoration. So here are the various configuration options. We have the various settings we can do with it. So the files, that's the plugins, the themes, the uploads, and everything here. If you also want to add a WordPress installation, you can, but it's not advisable. Don't add this core one here. You can also exclude files by size. I will check it. But you can, if you already have an existing blog, you can use this. If you don't want to create larger backup files, you can exclude this. If you also want to remove some specific files or folders, you also have this option. I will exclude it. I will uncheck it. We want to back everything up. We are not changing anything. So once we are done, you click on this save. Where shall the backups be stored? Local. So for the Pro version, we need Pro version to store in the cloud. So Google Drive, FTP, Amazon S3, all of them. So the free version gives us only locally. That's on our server. It is okay for now. We've not changed anything. There's no need to click on this. How shall the backup stored? That's the name of the backup. I think this okay. There's nothing to be changed here. Yes, we need it in a zip. An encryption, no. Okay. Which other options? Okay. Okay. So you go through all the remaining options are for the premium or pro. That's why you see this icon over here. We don't need it. So I think we are done. If after using the free version you want to upgrade, you can use this banner over here to upgrade. So let's quickly create the first backup on our website. Yeah, create it. Yes. So the backup has started. I'm going to pause this video. Once it's completed, we come back. Okay, guys. So our backup completed successfully. And this is where we can get the download or where we can access it. Let's copy this link and see how it looks like. Okay, so it automatically executes the zip download. Okay, so let's let me come back here. I'm doing it for this one. Inside the dialog box, creates this folder here. This inside BackupBliss, there's the file that we download. So we are done. We are done. So I'm going, if I click on this, it will be the same. If you click on this, it's asking duplicate and all that. So you don't need. So you can use this or that. And now let's place it. Now, in order to create a restoration, we can just take this, then we use it to restore. So like I told you, we are doing part 1 and part 2. So we've done a part 1, that's the backup using BackupBliss. So why don't we do the restoration or the migration of this one, the website using the BackupBliss? Then we can move on to the second plugin. So what I'm going to do is we are going to delete this whole website, right? We are going to delete the whole website, then install, re-upload our backup so that you can see how migration is done. So watch me do it. I'll go into my hosting account. Okay, so inside my hosting account, I'll go to my WordPress installations. Then this is AI SaaS Stack, SaaS Tech that we are using for our tutorial. So I'll just click on this and let's uninstall it. So we are going to uninstall it. Before we do that, let's see how the site looks like. It's a fresh WordPress installation. So should I delete something for you to understand? So I believe you understand what I mean. So let's uninstall it here and remove this installation. So assuming you have a WordPress site, you've done a new installation and you've bought a new server, you've installed WordPress, you want to migrate the old site to the new one, or to restore your site to its current version. This is what you do. You come to your SoftColors cPanel dashboard here and click on install. So we have to install WordPress, and the domain we are installing on is AI SaaS Tech. Coming, searching for it. Okay, here, and it's WTTPS enabled. So I will just call this one demo restore. Restoring to the previous one. And let's make the username admin. This password is okay. I won't save it. Okay. And let's click on install. Let's see what happens. But as it's installing, let's quickly refresh this and see something. Should have shown you this because it's not. We see, yeah, reload. It's completed. Should have shown you that it's no longer opening. But in order for you to know that we are now on the new one, this is the old logins, right? Let's try it. You see, we can't log in with the old one because we've done this new installation. So what we have to do now is click here. So you see, we have the demo install. showing us the new title. Let me log out and use the password I copied. Remember, no, it shouldn't remember. It's okay. Now you see. So this tells you we are in the new installation. So let's now install that same plugin. This is what we used. We are learning how to use these various backup and migration WordPress plugins. So we do the part one, that was a backup. Then we also do the part two, that's a migration or restoration. So let's install it once again on the new one. Skip this. Okay, it says manage and restore backups. Since we have some backup files, I'm going to click on this upload backup files here and the folder we created. So it's here. Let's drag and drop this file here and let it finish uploading. I'm going to pause the video, and once this upload is completed, we get to continue. So the upload is completed. This upload successful. So click on this button and we have, so just click here, and now we want to restore our website to the previous version. Yes, I understand. To start restoring. Very simple. It says restore successful. Thank you. Okay, close. We've restored, but it looks like it's asking for a new WordPress installation, which is quite weird. So let's first try and access the website again. I'm going to copy the URL and paste it here. That is why you need to do this review before you start using any of these plugins. Because if you don't, one of them might harm your site. But we just did a backup, we've done our restoration, so I believe we are supposed to just log in and start using the site. But it's also asking us for a new installation. Let's go back to our cPanel, go to the file manager. So this is a folder. Okay, for the WP install. We just don't, no, we need a config. This is what we have here. So let me go through the process and let's finish. So I just call it demo. The username is admin. There's a password. I'm going to copy it, but I won't save it. And this our password. And click on install WordPress. No updates. So let's log in. Me. Let's enter the one we just copied and log in. Let's come over here. So in all honesty, this is a plugin I'm not going to recommend. So let me write here, not recommended. We want one that we can create our backup. Then once we are done, we can also migrate or restore using that backup file, right? And this one is wrong because if we check the users, we didn't use the old password. meaning we are on a fresh installation. This is a bad plugin to do. Guys, let's move on to the second plugin that we have. We have BackupBliss. I'm going to copy it. Let me come to the general settings and give it the BackupBliss name, right? So anytime we do a migration and it comes with this, we know it's a correct plugin. Okay, so let's save this. Once we are done, come back to our plugin section, go to add new plugin. Let's search for the plugin we are about to use. This one, let's click on install. Okay, so I'll click on activate. Yeah, I could have clicked on this, but let's use this dashboard first. So here are the various settings inside the dashboard. Okay. So the various backup settings where we can back our file, local folder. We are not going to exclude any database. Everything is in backup locations. If you want cloud, you need to upgrade to the Pro version. If not done any backup before, and this is also the Pro version, a comparison. So here we are creating a backup of the WordPress directories and the database. So I will now click on create backup for it to get started. We are using a very new WordPress installation, which is very small in size. I still like the way it was fast, but if you already have an existing WordPress site and it's very heavy, then you have to give this a little bit of time to finish. Click on this finish button and let's go to our backup history. So this is what we have here, and there's the size. So let me copy this name, come into our backups folder and give it that name, BackupBliss. So we will save it here. So let's download backup. Download has begun inside the browser. So once it hits 100%, then we download it onto our local machine. It's done. I go to my downloads, backup, and right here. So this is the folder, and I'm going to save it here. Okay. So once it has been saved, just like we did the other one, we have to delete this installation, reinstall, then upload this and see that it works. So I wanted to show you guys something. I'll get a chance to do it on this one. Okay, let's go here, scroll down. So this is the name of our website, and that's what we are going to remove. So let's hit uninstall and remove the whole website. Okay. Return to overview. Let's go to sleep panel. WordPress 8 to optimize. Let's hit install. Before we do that, let's just refresh this page so that you know that this page is now off. See, it means we've taken down the site. So let's say you are on an existing server and you are moving on to a new server. Once you do your DNS changes, you can't access the domain name on the old server. So now that we've confirmed that everything is correct, let's reinstall our website. So have it here. I'll leave this as them default, the demo user instead of admin, and I'll copy this password. So let's click on install, login. Let's go into it. We have demo user here. I'm going to log out so that we can use our password to log in. Log in. And you can see we are inside our account. That's a new one. So you've done a new installation. So now let's restore or migrate using BackupBliss plugin. So we first need to install the plugin again. And the name is BackupBliss. Okay, so let's hit install. Okay, so the good news is this plugin is also by WP. This same tool we use to install WordPress. That's great. I like that. Okay, so we have it here. Let's come to our dashboard. We are trying to restore. So come here. We don't have any backups here. We're saying sync backups, right? Let's see. There's nothing here. I believe it should be in its folder. Is at the backup location. So I believe we need to look for this directory file path here. Then we upload so that we can use it for our restoration. But I thought there will be a quick button here somewhere that we can click on it to upload our backup we just created. I'm not seeing anything like that. So let me come into our file manager. Let's reload it. Let's find out where backup is. So content BackupBliss. So you come here, come to BackupBliss, and we have these backups infos here. Okay. So let's first upload it here and see what happens. For BackupBliss, then backups also not seeing. Let's go to one. BackupBliss is here, yes. There's nothing like backups. Let me create a folder and name it backups. Okay, create. Open this folder. Let's go to upload. Load. And let's drag and drop backup file here. Once it's finished, you'll also see how the backups for the first two are okay, but the migrations are giving us something different complete. So let's see how this second plugin also does. Already rated BackupBliss, not recommended. It is scanning. Always when you use the file upload in cPanel, first scans the file before you can use it. So we have to wait for this to turn blue to green. Then it means the scan is complete. green means it's okay to use. Red means the file is not good. Now you see it's green, so we can use it. It's here. Let me come back here and refresh and find out if we will see any backups here. I can't see any backup here, but we have a folder that we just uploaded a file into. So let's come back. I'm going to copy this and push it into the next directory. WP content, BackupBliss. Okay, so I'm going to just push it into this folder to check. If you don't want to move but rather copy a file, I am holding the control key on my keyboard. If you release the control key and you just drag and drop into a folder, it's going to initiate the move function. But with the control held, the key held, it's rather copied. So let's go into this folder and you can see the file is here. You come back to this backups folder, the file is still there. So we only did a copy. Let's come back and find out if it's possible. We see backups here. If not here, I don't know why. This local folder, things backups, the time, the location, restore it, then download. There's nothing to restore here. If I'm not able to see it, I don't think there's something I would recommend for you to use for your various WordPress work. Can't find it anywhere. Can't find it in this restore. Maybe restore is not for the free version, or we can just upload it here. Maybe. So I was expecting like a button here. BackupBliss. Let's do this search. BackupBliss restore. So let's see its guide. Maybe I did. So it still expects us to be using this one. But we've uploaded a file for it. It's still the same as this. Backup location too is this place. We need to change file permissions. And this is 755. This also. Okay, so basically, I didn't enjoy using this, so I won't recommend it. Let's delete these files. Delete them. And inside our dashboard, let's uninstall this plugin. As a beginner, you need to understand why you are using it too. If you don't take care, you might use a plugin that will give you a lot of headaches. So watch this video, don't skip any part. There are so many plugins on WordPress for backups and migration. And from this video I'm doing live in front of you, you can see some are not working as expected. We are moving on to WP Vivid. Here, let me go to the settings, come to general, and rename this to WP Vivid. Hit save changes. Let me close these tabs. Okay. Let me also go to the C panel. So now that this is the name, we can install our third plugin on the list. And let's do is review. This is what we are looking at. So let me install this. Activate it. Okay. Save. The good news is we can send to remote storage or cloud, even on the free version of the WP Vivid. That's good. We can also choose the database and WordPress. Only the files only. We can also choose only the database. Okay. There's a quick backup button here. Can also schedule automatic backups. So even though this is a free plugin, it has so many features. I'm already liking this. Okay, by the way, the second one was also not recommended. So let's move on to the third one. Auto migration. We have a live key and all that. Clone this transfer. Remotes. You want to add Google Drive, you authenticate, Dropbox, yes. Okay. For a free plugin, this is giving us a whole lot. And we have the settings here, the backups to maintain, advance, the media cleaner. What does the premium offers us? Okay, the various domains, staging, and all that. Okay, fine. Let's see how the backup and restore works. So let's first do, you see this upload here, I believe is for the restore. And that was something the other two were missing, something like that. So let's first create our backup. We will delete this WordPress, reinstall it, then upload the backup file and see how it goes. So let me copy this name, come into my folders, and create a new folder here. Give it this name. So that's the third one on the list. This is the third on the list. BackupBliss was number 1. BackupBliss was number 2. Okay. So this is where we have to upload our backup. Let's backup. There's no default remote. Okay, so let's go into the settings and change where we want the file backups to be. We are not doing remote. We want it. Sorry. So when I was doing this, switch to this one. So let's just. But these are all new WordPress information. So you shouldn't forget that it's going to be fast. Okay, so our backup has been completed, and this is how it looks like. And we can click on this download to download the backup file. That's 24:1. So let's download this. Come to the backups, the third one, and let's save this file. So we've downloaded the backup file. So the next thing is to remove this installation. Return to overview. Let's remove it. Then we reinstall. return to overview. Let's click on install now. Okay, let's refresh. The removal has been done. Let's say WP user, so WP, copy the password, and let's click on install. Yes, installation is completed. Let's log in. This link automatically logs us in, so let's log out. WPU, paste password we copied. There we are. Okay, that's okay. From here, we can see we are dealing with a new website because we don't have WP Vivid here. That was the title we gave to the old one. If you come to the general here, this title was WP Vivid. Okay. So let's go into our plugins and install WP Vivid. Here we are. Click on install. The installation has been done. Let's activate it. I don't remember the old password for the WP Vivid of that. So we come to upload here, select the file we want, or we drag and drop from here. Loading, let's upload it. Okay, guys, the upload has completed. And whilst it was uploading, I decided to install the Clip Diary software. It's for free. If you go to clipdiary.com, it helps you save your clipboard. Because I didn't save the old password of WP Vivid. So even if the restore works, we can't log in because I don't have the password. But let's see if it works. So this is the uploaded file we just did. See, and we can use this restore here. So let's find out if it can give us a successful restoration. Restore. Are you sure? Yes. So we said okay. So as you can see, the restore has completed. But unfortunately, we don't have the password to log in here. If I had Click Diary, I would know that there's a previous password that was used. But the good news is from here, the address bar, you can see the name of the new website, Migration Backup Page WP Vivid, right? Inside Subscalos, let's go to the overview here and let's check the site details. There's a site details, right? come back and right-click this, and you can see what we have here. Meaning, this is a good plugin. We can use it for backup and restoration. So Vivid is highly recommended. That's good. And it also has so many features, even for the free version. So if you're a beginner using WordPress, then this is a highly recommended plugin. Highly recommended, yeah. So let's move into the fourth one. Since I've forgotten the password, let's just delete from here. Let's delete from here. Then we do another one to remove. We removed, return to overview. Always like to make sure I'm using this one. Okay, so it has been successfully removed, as you can see from here. And the folder too is empty. So now we are moving on to the fourth plugin, WP BackItUp. Let's create a folder for it here. So number 4 on the list. Okay. And let's go to install once again. Let's choose our domain name. Use the domain name here. Okay. I'm going to name it this. No, as for the username, is going to be WPU. Password, I'll copy it. Site name, so that we know this is the plugin we are working with. So let me copy this here. And now with Clip Diary, my password is here. So anytime I come back, I will know that the last password I copied was this here. Let me close Clip Diary. So as we continue, let me click on install here. Let's log into our website. I'm going to log out and enter WP once again. Enter in the password I copied. See, we are back here again. So now let's install the WP BackItUp plugin. Here, I'll paste it like this. There's a plugin we are going to use to install. And then we activate it. I hope you are learning something from this video. If so, give me the thumbs up, and also don't forget to leave your comments below. Creating your one-click backup. So we have all these things here. So we're taken to the About Us section. Let's go to the settings, email notifications, backup to retain, all that. You can take your time and go through this. Advanced. Okay, they have the pro version. Let's come to the free version. Allow, do not allow, because we are doing only trials here. So we've not done any backups. So let's use the backup. See, let me check the premium. One-click restore. Okay. Backup. download the backup. What about restore using a free version? Let's see how this backup is. So we've started creating a backup, then we download it. Then with this, so once we are done with our various backup, we'll download the file, the compressed file. Then we check how to make our restoration. All right, from here, I'm not seeing any button that will allow us to restore. This automated restore feature if after creating a backup, they should give us a folder where we can upload our backup into for us to use for our restoration. So all the backup they completed, and it says manual here. Yes, we did it manually. Let me download this. And it broke them into 4 pieces. So the main are the plugins and themes. Okay, so let's download this. We'll download the second one. Download the second one. Let's download this one here. Finally, the themes. Okay. So we have the 4 files. So like we do, we are going to have a new installation. Then we try to migrate into the site. There's our installation here. Let's remove it. Saying, okay, so it has been removed. Let's reinstall. Okay. As for the username, it's always going to be this. This is the password for the current one. And we have this. It's installed here. Let's log out. Let's log in. This is what we have here. And using our clip diary, this is the password for the old one. Okay. Go back to the plugin section. Come and copy this. Backup here. And there's nothing here. This available There's nothing here. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's create a backup. Then the backups will be different, right? Re-upload ours to see if it gives us a folder. So I'm going to pause here, let this one finish, then we continue. So our backup has been completed. Let's come into our folder here. Let's see the name for my, okay, so we have 1700496713, and this 6413. So we can see there's a difference between this backup and this old backup. So I'm now going into the file manager on our site and look for where the existing backup is. So we have WP BackItUp backup. I believe it should be here. So this is the file here, and this is the zip file. Let's open it, and it contains this file. Okay, that's fine. And it also created this folder for us, WP BackItUp restore. There's nothing inside here. So let me upload these four here. Then we find out if we can use it for our restoration. So let's upload these four files into that folder, the restore folder. Let it finish scanning, turn it into green, and can start using it. Yeah. So let's come back here. We've also uploaded these files. So into available backups here, let's refresh. So we don't have our files here. This file name. Let's go to the folder. Let me close this one. So there's a folder. There's a backups. I think there's like a key. Let's copy this. I'm gonna copy this bit here. We'll create a new folder. And what we want to restore is 6413. So create a new folder. And we come here, copy these files. So let's copy them into this folder. Let's come here. Our files have been copied. Let's come back here, refresh this page, and we still have this available backups. So I asked myself, how do we restore using this tool? I believe we have to also make this one not recommended. So it's documentation. Search for restore. Have backup here and have restore. In our options here, we don't have any restore here. for us to start using the restore version. The verdict is clear, not recommended. We don't want complicated softwares. We want plugins that give us the work it says. We don't need play around with so many files and tools, especially if a beginner is working with this. It will be very hard for them to understand what is happening. So far, it's WP Vivid that we've ticked recommended. Let's finish with the other free ones, then we continue. So we have WP BackupBliss. I'm going to create this folder. That's the number 5 on the list. Come here. Let's delete this. Let's also delete these files. Come to. Let me delete this file. Confirm. Then I'll move the plugin. So let's add a new plugin here. Okay, so it has been installed and activated. Cool. So let's also change the general settings, the title, so that we know we are working on this. Hit save changes. Okay, let's use Clip Diary. And these are the last 2 passwords. So we will no longer need this. I will need this one. Okay. So let's come here, check its settings. They call the backup jobs, logs, network, API. Let's go back to the network. Network here. Okay, so I don't think we have ability to save in the cloud. That's what we have here. So let's go to add new job. Yes. Yeah, yes. Want it in zip. We want, okay. So here, job destination. We can see that cloud access is here. Okay, that's nice. But I believe you have to set it up somewhere here. But let's finish with it. Let's come to folder here. So here are where the various backups go. Let's choose this because I can't find where we can create our account for these cloud services. But for now, we are doing with backup to folder. So let's finish with it. Okay, so once this is done, you have to also click on run now. We're going to pause it, let it finish, then we continue. So our backup has been completed in 31 seconds. Check here. Let me go to our backups. So this is the backup. And this is how to download it. So let's choose the right folder. Number 5. save it here. The backup is it's supposed to be 46 megabytes. So why do I have 10 megabytes? It's quite small. Let's go into our file manager, find it out. Close. And there's a file. There's a file. So why did it download 10 instead of? Let's download. So from here, let's go to our dashboard to find out where we can create a restore. This restoring backups. Let's see this video. It has to be existing download. Now, we want to create new backups and rather upload it here. So let's go to jobs, add a new job. This job, we don't have store. Having a suspicion that we might not be able to migrate or restore using this plugin. Plugins like to overcomplicate issues. So let me just close this. Come back here. Let's uninstall. Then make a reinstallation. Yes. So return to let me use this. The URL that it shows. So it's gone. Let's install. Use our domain name WP, and let's copy this password. Let's access installing. Let's check. So this was the last password we for the old one, and this is the new one. Right. Cool. Let's log into the new one. Log out so that we can use the new password. The plugin we are using is WP. Basically, all of them can do our backups for us, but restoration and migration seems like a daunting task. which shouldn't be. And if you watch to the end, especially with the paid plugins, you realize this should be a very simple and easy one to do. Okay, so here it says we go to backups here. We don't have any backups. The settings, this is the information we have here. What about the backups folder? We don't also have any here. Going to create another job so that the plugin creates a folder for us for the various backups. Then I'll upload ours into it. So let me create a new job. Going to pause the video, then we continue. So the job I did has completed. Let's go to backups here. So now we have a folder, right? And this is a name. So let's go into our file manager, uploads, backup, BackWP. Okay. So let's go to uploads, BackWP. This. So here's a folder here. And this is what we have. This the file here. So inside this folder, I'm going to upload what we downloaded earlier. Find out if we can use it to create our backup. So this the previous one. Let me delete this and rename this one. So we upload it here. I'm going to pause it. Once it finishes, we continue. So the upload is completed, as you can see. So let's go back into our folder. So this is ours, what we want to migrate or restore with. And this is the current one. And I'm expecting it to appear here. If it doesn't, then this will also be not recommended. Okay. So this can be seen here, right? But when you click on this, we have only delete, then download, no restore button here. And they've not given us any restoration key for us to use if we want to restore. This is basically all there is. Unless they want us to watch all these tutorials. Like this one, video restoring backups. Embedded is complete. Need to select not the comment. Okay. Then we look at all-in-one WP migration. So this is the newer version. So let's just delete the backups we have here. Let's delete them. Let's uninstall the plugin. Let's add the next plugin here. Okay. Let's also name website so that we can remember it. Come here, we have a spot to ports. Okay, I like something like this. Let's see. And hopefully I'm not disappointed. And there's no backups here. Okay. We have these schedules, patient settings. These for Pro, retention, Google Drive. Okay, it gives us some of these cloud storage. If we want to enable it, is it a premium? I think so. Okay, so let's stick to the local folder. Advanced option, let's see. We want to have everything backed up, so we are not going to choose anything. So let's add a new. Clicking on this new changes nothing. So if we want to start a backup, this is the button we should be using. This button. Then we choose file and preparing to export. So this is creating a backup for us. So let's download the backup. It's completed. I haven't created a folder for number 6. All-in-one migration. So we will save the file here. Just 14 megabytes. So let's close it. We have this import here. So as we always do, we delete the site and we bring it back. The last password we use, this is the last password for this site. This password. And it is called. Let's open this page once again. Then, so there's a site. We are going to remove it. And let's make a quick installation. Doing this to help you make the right decisions. Because if you don't back up your website and there's a hack or there's a data breach, you lose everything. So by having the right backup, you get to always restore or migrate your site to a new server. All these plugins, they don't do the same way. Some are easy, some are complicated. So I'm walking you through all the various ways for these various plugins so that you can choose the best one for creating backups on your site. First of all, let's log out, get our password. Okay, so let's come to add new. So now there's the current one. So this is the old one, but in terms of the password. And we are looking at all-in-one migration. Let's install this. So here we have import. I believe we are going to import the backup we just created. We are going to import this. here. It's a small file, so uploading will be very quick, as you can see. %. Okay, so preparing installation. Override, yeah, so proceed. This everything is completed. Let's click on finish. We wanted the name here to change. Let me refresh this page. Yes. So back into my clipboard. I think there's a password I need to copyright. Then we enter WP here. And let's try and see. Yes. This also has worked perfectly. So it's highly recommended. All in one migration is highly recommended. So for the free, so far all the tests we've done, we've gotten 2 highly recommended plugins. We are left with Block Vaults, then lastly Jetpack. Okay, so I'm happy this one worked. So let's remove the whole installation and everything so that we do a new one for Block Vaults. So back here, we're going to select all of the links. Yeah, okay. And return to overview here. Installation not found here. Let's uninstall the database and everything. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we are going to do. Okay. WPU. We can call the site blogbox. Yeah. And there's a new password we have to work with. So this one worked. We don't need this. And this is the current one we just downloaded. In case we have to revert. So let's continue. Install it. Completed. Let's go into our site. So let's log out. WPU. Then paste in the password we copied. Yeah, so we are inside here. So let's install our Block Vaults plugin. I'm going to also create the folder for it. Here we go. So we have Block Vaults backup plugin migration staging. Okay. We also have Migrate and Pro. So let's install it. Okay. For this, we need to create an account. Okay, so let me enter my email here. All in progress. Okay, let's wait for this to finish. We can continue. So this is like a service outside your server. So they are going to save your backups for you. It's not bad if it works perfectly the way we want it. I think it might take some time. So let me pause. Let this one finish. Then we can resume. Okay, so sync has completed. Let's go to site overview. So where do I click on enable backup here? So how then do I create a backup? This is going to be. Let's jump over this. Let's move on to a newer one like this. This. So we have our verdict for blog vaults. Most recommended story. Okay, let's come to Jetpack. Let's go to the plugin section and deactivate this and delete it. Now, let's add Jetpack. And Jetpack is it's a bonus, right? It's a bonus thing. It works like the blog vault. But you need to have a demo WordPress account. And you have to also log into your WordPress account to set it up, connect, and all that. So sometimes as a beginner, you want something easy, something quick, you can also try Jetpack. But we've already found 2 free plugins that are highly recommended. In order not to make this video too long, let's start working on our premium plugins. So we'll start with BackupBliss, which was formerly known as It's formerly known as BackupBliss, but they've changed the name to Solid Backups. Solid Backups. It's still called BackupBliss. That's what it is popularly known as. So I'll come to the plugin section. Let's deactivate Jetpack. Let's delete it. Let's give a name to our site, and that is BackupBliss. Let's save it. Come here. So number 7. No, we are number 8. BackupBliss. Number 8. BackupBliss. Okay, nice. And our clip diary, the last password we use is this so that we don't forget. Okay. Let's go to add a new plugin. And instead of searching for the keyword here, we are rather going to upload it because it's a premium plugin. So we've already bought it and we've downloaded it. So we are going to upload into the site. Once upload is completed, then we activate. So let's pause and let the upload finish. So our plugin has finished uploading. Let's activate it. We have the name here, Solid Backups. And then it used to be called BackupBliss. Here, let's go to the settings. In order to use a tool called import body, without import body, you can't upload your backup. We need to create a default password for it. So I'm creating a default password here. And that's what we are going to use for our import body. Save settings. Everything, we are not using cloud. And for the premium or the paid plugins, it has all the awesome features you can find in any backup plugin. Everything you need, cloud, local, everything, scheduling, filtering, you can do everything here. But today we just want to quickly learn how to create backups and restore. Okay, so let's check destination. We want local. So yeah, then in the settings that we have somewhere to just choose local. Let's find it. Migrate Backup CO. And here we have complete backup, plugin only, database, media, and things. We are doing complete backup. So you click here. So the backup has begun and it has finished creating a backup. It's completed. So let's download a backup file. As it's downloading, we need import body. So let's download it. Our import body 2 is ready. Without this file, you can't do a migration or restoration. So we've downloaded the backup and the import body. So now let me teach you how to use backup body or solid backups to migrate or restore an existing website. It has a different way of doing this, and I'm going to explain all to you. For this, we need to create our PHP in our database and all that. So let's come into this folder. Then we delete everything here. We delete the whole. So let's go to select all here and delete. So once deleted, you have to upload the files we just downloaded. So over here, we downloaded these 2 files. So let's drop them here. As this are being uploaded, let's do our database setting. Over here, I'll go to my SQL databases. Okay, and let's create one. We call it backup backup body, BB, right? So let's create a database here. Go back and let's create a user, the same BB, and let's give it same password as it requires a stronger password. Okay, so let's generate one. Okay, password. Let's save it here. So create user. So the database and the username are the same. Okay, save it here. Let's go back. And now we are going to connect the various users. So these two, let's connect them. The user and the database. So we are done. That's the most important thing to do. files have also finished loading. So this is what we have here. So always using backup buddy or solid backups, what you need to do is enter the domain name / import buddy.php like this. Then hit enter. So this is what we have here. And our import buddy password it's a very simple password. So in your case, you can make it a very strong password, but I'm using something simple for the tutorial and authenticate. So you can see we've done the authentication and it has seen the backup we uploaded, right? Then we go to restore backup. You can also use the advanced option to, but there's no need. Let's come here, restore backup. So it will start unzipping the files we uploaded. That's a backup file in the zip. It is starting to unzip them. So let's wait for some few seconds for the restoring of files to be completed. Okay, so the restoring of the files have been completed. So our new database is still the same here, but the user and the database, they are all the same. So I'll paste this one there. And the password for the user that we connected to the database also here. Do something like this for your database preference. Delete existing, there's no need to check it. So let's hit next. If everything is correct, we will move on to the next step. Yes, everything was correct. So we've been able to move from the old to the new. But I want our URL to have this. That's my preference. And let's hit next step. Optional. These are all optional stuff that we can do. WP config. So let's finish cleanup. And let's check that our site is working. Voila. We can see that our backup is having the name Backup Buddy here. And this is the name of the site we just created our backup. So this is the way of creating a backup using solid backups and migrating or restoring using the files you downloaded. Very simple, very easy, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this quick one. Now let's do for the remaining two, then we are done with our tutorials. Okay, so here let's reload and you can see that the files have been unzipped. Good. I'm really enjoying the tutorials. So let's give our verdict. It's highly recommended. Highly recommended. Yes, solid backups is highly recommended. So we are left with Duplicator Pro and UpdraftPlus. Let's copy this and go into our folder here, number 9. Leave it here. Okay. So this is our folder here. Let's delete. Okay, I don't want to delete stuff for now because of the things we are copying. Which part? This one was for the database password. So I think there's a password we are currently on, or this one. Let me copy and save them for now because we might need them. We've copied this, and it could also be this. So let's also save it. No. this one, okay, this one. Yeah. So we have these two to try. Okay. So Duplicator Pro. That's what we are now going to do. Let's go into the WordPress installation. So let's go to the dashboard and let's come to install plugins. Let's deactivate it and delete. Okay. Then we come to settings to change the name to this so that we know we are working on this website. Then we hit save changes. Okay, so now we are dealing with Duplicator Pro. So let's install that plugin. But before then, let me log out and let's re-log in so that we know we are using the right password. So let's try these ones and see the one that works. This, let's try with this one. Yes. So this is the correct password. Let's remove this. Okay, nice one. Now let's for our Duplicator Pro. Let's upload it, then we activate it. So let's activate it. Yes, we have it here. So let's go into its settings and see how it looks like. They call their backups packages. Here are the various settings you can play around with. One thing you need to, and since it's premium, you can have scheduling. For the storage, you can also have cloud-based imports. This for the import and everything. Okay. So let me come here. So storage, can we add new? The default is local. Yes, we have add new here so that you use it to create a default storage. By default, we are using this. If you want to also automatically back up your WordPress site, you use a statement. Imports basically is for restoring or migration, and we'll get there. So first, let's create our first backup. And I've already told you here, we call it packages. So let's create new here. Let's hit next. So scan the site, everything is looking good. So let's build. I'm going to pause the video, let this thing finish. Then we continue with the backup process. Okay, guys, so our backup has completed and we need to download it. So let's just click here. Both files. Yes, we want to download both files. Yeah. And number 9. Let's save it here. But let me also individually download these files in case something doesn't work well. Then there's the, let me close this. Let me download this. Yes. Okay, so let's download this one also. We have our files here. It's time to also migrate, right? It's time to also migrate. So let's delete this site. Let's delete this site, do a new installation. Like we've moved to a new server and we've installed WordPress and we are now migrating onto it. So let's remove this site. So let's delete and let's use our auto installer here. Let's remove. Okay, so it's done. Now let's do our installation. Click on install here. Like you are on a new server, you choose your domain name that you are migrating onto. We leave this. We always go with WPU. This is a new password. Let's copy it. If something goes wrong, let's install it. Done. So wanted to do www. It's no problem with this. It's the same domain. So let's log out and log in with that. Okay, so we are inside here and let's now install our Duplicator Pro plugin. Hit it again. So now we have it back. Let's import. Let's import. So let's first start with the double files. They look almost the same. So this is what gave us when we decided to download both files. And this is what it gave us when we decided to download single file. So let's drop the archive file here. Let me pause it. Once it's done, we continue. Our installer is complete and everything is ticked here. I believe we are good to go. So let's click continue here. Yes, launch installer. Yes. Yes. We don't want any recovery. It's a warning or select all. So let's hit next. Okay. Let's wait for everything to be completed. It's extracting the archive files. Okay. Clean up. Good, 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 good. Everything looks good. So let's go to our WordPress admin login again. WPU. And this time, which password are we? Let's come back here. This is the KT or this one. Let me copy this KT. I'll copy this. Yes. So with this, we've also been able to successfully migrate. So our verdict is highly recommended. So with 10 plugins, I won't be surprised if we get 5 highly recommended and 5 not recommended. Finally, let's deal with UpdraftPlus. UpdraftPlus. That's the final just in the puzzle. And there's a password that worked for us. Let me copy it and put it down. Okay, it's here already. Let's copy this. Then we are going to create its folder. That's the final plugin for us. Yes. Back to the site. Let's deactivate the plugin and also delete it. Let's deactivate this plugin. Well, let's make sure it doesn't contain any large files. Okay, nothing here. This import has been used. Okay, let's remove it. So we no longer need it. Okay, nice. So now let's deactivate and delete it. Deactivate. Okay. Yeah. So now let's change the name of this site to Updraft so that we know that after creating a backup, we are on the right site. Okay. Back into plugins, let's add a new one. So let's upload our file, Updraft, and hit on install now. Okay. So installation is done. Let's activate it. Please press here to start. Okay, so it has a walkthrough wizard that we can go through. Okay, so we use this button to create our first backup. Then choose backup scheduling. If you want local or cloud, the various options that you have. Then we have the save changes. Control in one place or not. Okay, so finish. We come here first to create our first backup. So I'm going to create on this button here. And let us start. The backup has finished. So these are the files that we have. And before we can do a migration and restoration, we need to download these files. So I'll start with the database. Click to download. So download to your computer. Click on it. Let's choose our folder, this one, and let's save it here. Let's do save for the plugins. Download to your computer. Let's start download. Let's do it for themes. So we download this also. Start download. Let's do it for the uploads. Uploads folder might be virtually empty. Let's download this. Start down, close. And finally others. Download. Start download. So we are done with these ones. So we are going to delete this site, destroy it, then we see if we can recover, we restore, and we can migrate it. So let me close this site here. Come to the file manager. Let's delete everything we have inside. Let's delete all. Okay. Let's use this here. This is what we did recently. Let's delete it. Remove the database, everything off it. Remove. Okay. Let's go back inside again. Hit install. Let's choose our protocol. Let's choose our domain name like this. WPU. And let's copy our password. So this is the current password we are using, and this is the new one. Okay. And let's just hit install. So installation is completed. Let's go to the site. So inside here, let's first log out and log in with our new password. Log in. Yes. So let the migration begin. We add our plugin. Sorry guys. So let's upload our plugin here. Install now. Uploading is done. Let's activate. We don't need to go through the walkthrough tour again. So let me close this. Updraft is here. Backup and restore. Okay. So we don't need to create a backup, but then we can upload the backup files here. So let's click on this file. Our folder is here, and let's upload the various files for our backup, our migration. Okay. Within some minutes, the files are being uploaded and it's moving very fast. But I've already told you, these are all new WordPress installations for our tutorials. So the backup process are all very fast. Okay, so our uploads are finished. Let's click on restore here. This button, restore. And let's choose all these files we just uploaded because we want to restore to our previous version. Hit next here. And let's go for next for the restore button. Yes. Return to UpdraftPlus configuration. Click on it. So it's asking us for the old login details and we have it here. Let's copy this and paste it here and log in. Voila. This has also finished migrating. So let's do our verdict. Then I will tell you my favorite amongst these 10 backup plugins. So time for my favorites. Let me tell you my favorites in all of these. I love UpdraftPlus. This is my favorite plugin for doing migrations, for doing backups, for doing restorations. And the reason why, you see, all the sites we've been using in our demo today, they are new WordPress sites, so they don't have any uploads. When you start uploading website like images, like videos, like audios, like documents, new plugins are coming in your site becomes big. 2 gig, 3 gig, 4 gig, 5 gig, sometimes even a 6 gig website. And I've seen some before because this is my work. Now, with the various plugins that we have here, especially the recommended ones, these recommended ones, when your files or your site becomes heavy, they can create a backup of say 5 gig or 6 gig, 10 gig. Re-uploading it onto your site or your server becomes very hard. It becomes a tedious task. You don't want to go through this. And the reason why I'm saying I like Updraft is here, as it's creating that backup, where we have these uploads. Let's say it's the upload folder that is 4 gig. It will divide the upload folder into smaller parts, 300 megabytes each. 300 megabytes each. So you can have hundreds of these upload folder, 50 of them, 10 of them, 200 of them. Then you download each 200, each 300 megabytes onto your local machine, like your computer or laptop, as I am doing right now. So when it comes to making your backups or your migration, your restoration, instead of uploading one big file of 5 gig, 6 gig, or 10 gig, you can upload these smaller files. You will have them just like this. So just highlight or drag and drop here like we did. Wait for all the uploads to finish. Click on restore and you are good to go. Most files, STP or FTP, will not allow you to upload huge files onto the server, except only through FTP. And you need a software like FileZilla. This software to connect to your server in order to upload huge files. But to upload through this file directory, let me refresh and use this upload button to upload like a 5 gig file here or a 6 gig file here might fail you. And if you also come here and you use this upload function, uploading a very big file that is over 3 gig and above 2 might hurt you. You don't want to do this. So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. How to back up and migrate your WordPress website. We've used 10 different plugins. 7 of them were free and 3 of them were paid. We got 2 highly recommended in the free version. That's WP Vivid. Let me copy this. WP Vivid. And we also got all-in-one migration. So these are the 2 free plugins I highly recommend you use for all your WordPress backups and migrations. Let's activate it. Let's come add a new one. I want to install the recommended ones. Let's install it. Okay. And activate this one also. Okay. Then let me upload the other 2, the premium ones. Let me upload them also here. We have Backup Buddy. And we also have Duplicator Pro. Let me pause it. Once it's completed, then we move on to the next. Upload is done. So let's activate the plugin. And finally, the last one, Duplicator Pro. We have it here. Install it now. It's done. And you can see that all 5 can work together. So these are the 5 plugins I recommend. 3 are premium, 2 are free. So you have the funds you can buy, or you can buy Duplicator Pro, Solid Backups, or Updraft. And if you are short on funds, why don't you use either all-in-one WP migration or Vivid Backup plugin? Amongst these 2 free ones, I'll go with all-in-one migration. So finally, to bring my tutorial to an end, if you want a free backup plugin, I recommend all-in-one migration. If you want a premium backup plugin, I recommend UpdraftPlus. These are the 2 plugins I recommend. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. I'm hoping to see you in the next video.